Well, you might have seen him making plays on the football field as a Detroit Lion for years. And now former NFL star Nate Burleson is behind a new collaboration that might have you saying cheers.
That's right. Nate Burleson joins us live to give us the scoop on his new business venture. Welcome to Live in the D, Nate.
Thank you, Mama. I made it. I went from playing in the D to being live in the D. Thank you so much for having me on.
We love that you are saying you made it. Right? Being on Live in the D. But let's talk about that. You've teamed up with a well-known Detroit brand to launch a new vodka that is being released this weekend, just in time for Father's Day, we might add. Tell us about this collaboration that you've created.
Yeah, if your father loves to sip on a little something and he drinks responsibly, this is perfect for him. You know, I'm a Leo. I played in Detroit, of course. So there's the alliteration of lion, blood, orange, vodka. And I just thought if I was going to get into this space, because trust me, I get it. The celebrity spirit brands are out there and it's competitive. I wanted to do it for real with somebody that knows what they're doing, a brand that is recognized, awarded, and do it in Michigan. It's only right. I felt like Michigan, that chapter of my life playing in Detroit, it helped shape who I became and also helped shape my family. So if I was going to do this, I wanted to make sure I did it in my second home, which was Michigan. And shout out to my partner, Ruffino and Valentine Distilling. They are absolute beasts at what they do. So when he saw my vision and he understood that I wasn't in it for a check, I wanted to do something special for a place that means a lot to me. He was all for it.
Well, another thing that's really special about your new vodka release is the flavor. Why orange?
Yeah, well, I love citrus-based drinks because you can sit it on the rocks and sip slow, and it's great for the spring and summertime. But a drink that's a clean citrus, blood orange with some elderflower, and also Michigan beet sugar, no corn syrup. We don't do all the additives and junk. I wanted something that you could mix up and drink year-round, and that's why I wanted to do a citrus-based drink. And this is just the first of many. Hopefully, we'll roll out another flavor, and then we'll go back to the basic and give you a vodka and maybe even some seltzers. But I wanted to go citrus first because that's always my drink of choice when going to vodkas.
All right, well, enlighten everyone.
Yeah,
why not? Yeah.
Perfect timing too. With summer, it's like that you want to be sipping on something citrusy.
Yes.
Love where your head's at, Nate.
Refreshing.
But tell us about the excitement of launching this new product. And obviously, you know, you've dealt with the jitters before being an NFL football player, but how does that kind of compare to the release of this product and then playing on the football field?
You know what? That's a really good question. Playing in front of, 100,000 people and millions watching, that was nerve-wracking. But it was also fun because this is a sport that we've been playing since we were kids, and we're getting paid a ton of money to do it. This is different, though, because I feel like in business, people can sniff it out if you're doing it just for a check or if you don't care at all about the process. For me, what's happening behind closed doors was just as important as the product itself. This isn't just happening overnight. I was flying into Michigan quietly over the last couple of years. I started the process a few years ago. I actually wanted to do it when I was playing in the league, but the NFL, they frowned upon partnerships with alcohol companies and brands. So I waited till I was done. But I would fly there, just meet with him. We'd go over different scent profiles and flavor profiles and figure out if we wanted to be more citrusy or, uptick the elderflower. It was all of these different steps throughout the process that got us to this point. And now it's here. So I'm a little bit more relaxed. I have a launch party tomorrow at Bell's Lounge in Ferndale, and I think I'm at a Kroger store. And no, I know I'm at a Kroger store in St. Clair Shores, and that's going to be on Saturday from 11:30 to 1. So if you're up tomorrow night from 6 to 9, come pull up. We'll have a good time. But to answer your question in a very long-winded way, now that it's here, I know that the product is going to speak for itself. And it's a little bit different than football. There are some variables that you can't control when you step out there on the field. But here, if you make a really good drink and it's made with the right intentions, all you have to do is allow people to sip on it, and it'll dance on your tongue after that.
And it'll speak for itself. We can tell that you put a lot of love into this, and I'm sure that'll come through in the product. Nate, thank you so much for joining us today, and a big congratulations to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me.
Anytime.
Of course. Something tells me that is going to be good for tailgating this fall for the Lions.
Kimmy's got it.
There you go.
Kimmy's got it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, and we will be right back with more Live in the D.